Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn another part of amazing animals, that is, the body coverings of animals. What is body covering? We use clothes to cover our body, but animals do not wear clothes to protect themselves from different weather conditions. Nature has provided them a body covering that helps them to live in a particular habitat and protect themselves from extremely hot and cold weather. They also use their body coverings to keep themselves safe from hunting by other animals. Some of the body coverings of animals are as follows. Fur. Fur is a small hair that covers some animals. Usually, fur is present on the mammal body. Next is scales. Scales are the hard plates that cover the bodies of some other animals. Next, feathers. Feathers cover a bird's body. Animal body coverings are important as they keep the animal warm and dry, protect them from physical danger, and help them hide from their enemies. First body covering is scales. Bodies of fishes and reptiles are covered, that is, some snakes are covered with scales. Scales are different in sizes, shape, and structure. The scales of shrimp are rigid, while eel has no scales. Most of the reptiles have horny scales to prevent water loss. Snakes also have scales. They use their scales to move on land. They also shed their skin periodically, which is replaced by a new one. Shedding of an old skin to acquire a new one is called molting. So fishes have scales for many reasons. Firstly, to protect the skin of the fish from attacks from the enemies, parasites, and other injuries, hence providing a layer of protection for the fish. Lastly, they provide a hydro-water dynamic movement. Due to water movement continuously in the aquatic animals, the force or the resistance which is given by the water and force to it for withstanding this water resistance on the body, to reduce this force, fishes will have scales, while even when they are swimming also they protect from this water resistance. Not only the scales, as well as along with the scales, the body shape also. Next is shell. A shell is a hard outer covering of some of the animals that protects when they are in danger. Animals like snails, tortoises, and turtles have hard shells. When these animals are in danger, they withdraw their head and limbs into the shell. Next is birds. The bird's body is covered by feathers. They help them during flight and also give them a streamlined body shape. Birds use their feathers to keep themselves warm in cold and also to protect them from rain. All birds will have three types of feathers: flight feathers, down feathers, and body feathers. Flight feathers are strong, stiff, and long feathers found at the upper body surface of the bird, which are present in the wings and tails of the bird. They help the bird to fly. Tail feathers not only for flying in steering and directing, guiding the flight of the bird, show the way as well as the path. That is direction and for guiding in which route it has to fly. Down feathers are very small, fluffy feathers found on the downside of the bird's body, which protect them from the cold. Fur are wool. Fur is a thick growth of hair that covers the skin of many different animals, particularly mammals. The fur of mammals has many uses: protection, sensory purposes. That is, whenever any stimulus is given, this gives the sensation to the skin and it gives the response. Waterproofing and camouflaging and primary usage of fur, presence of fur is thermoregulation, that is controlling the body temperature of the animal. So animals like sheep, goats, and bears have fur that cover their bodies. Thick fur protects their from rain and cold. In the same way, sheep's hair keep them warm when it is cold. We also use sheep's hair to make wool for woolen cloths. What is camouflage? Camouflage is also called as cryptic coloration, which is a defensive or tactic mechanism that organisms use to disguise their appearance. Usually, they will blend in their surroundings. That means the color of the surroundings will be attained by the organisms. These organisms use camouflage to mask their location, identity, and movement. This allows the prey to avoid predators and predator to sneak upon the prey. So we know that like animals like tigers, zebras, and grasshoppers can merge their body coverings with their surroundings. This property is called camouflage, and these animals are called camouflaging animals, which makes animals hard to spot and protects them from other hunting animals and also from poaching, that is illegal hunting. Some animals like chameleon can even change their color to match the surroundings. Next, coming to the feeding habits. We know animals need food to get energy and to stay healthy. So they depend upon plants or other animals for their food. Different animals have different feeding habits. Some animals eat only plant material, which are known as herbivores. Some animals will eat only flesh of other animals, which are known as carnivores. And some animals will eat both plant material as well as animal material. Those are called as omnivores. So, animals that eat only plants are called as herbivores, which eat only flesh are called carnivores, which eat both the kind of food, that is plant material as well as animal material. They are called as omnivores. Coming to the herbivore. Herbivores are those animals that feed on plants, leaves, fruits, and other plant-based food for nutrition. Example, cow, goat, giraffe, sheep, zebra are common examples of herbivores. In these animals, they have sharp front teeth, that is incisors, to cut the parts of the plant, and large flat back teeth, that is premolars and molars, to grind the food. Next is carnivores. Carnivores are the animals that eat other animals. Obligate carnivores and facultative carnivores. Obligate carnivores are those that rely entirely on animal flesh to obtain their nutrients. Examples of obligate carnivores are members of the cat family, that is lion, tiger, cheetahs, etc. Facultative carnivores are those that also eat non-animal food in addition to animal food. So they will have like wolves, foxes, etc. Facultative carnivores. Then they will have sharp, pointed canines to tear flesh and strong back teeth to chew the flesh and bones. Next is omnivores. Omnivores are those animals which can eat both plant and animal material. Human beings, bear, and cows are some of the examples of omnivores. So, omnivore can be defined as an animal that usually obtain their nutrients by feeding on both plant and animal material. Similar to the carnivores, omnivores also hunt prey and other times they forage for plant matter like herbivores. Humans are classified as omnivores as they eat both animals and plants. Not only animals, some of the flesh-eating birds like eagles, kites, and vultures are carnivores, which will have sharp and hooked beaks for tearing the flesh. They also have strong claws to catch their prey. Thank you, children. Yes.